Hey guys, it's Cable. I'm here with another video, just recording right after my first one. This is going to be the question and answer video that I promised in my self-intro. So without any further ado, let's get started with some of these questions. So first question, Bunny VTuber asks, Red Vines or Twizzlers? That's a pretty easy decision for me. Twizzlers. V asks, musically, Idolmaster or Love Live? That's a tough question for me, but I think overall Love Live has the stronger discography. But that's not to say that there's not some really great Idolmaster songs like I Like Hamburger, Answer, the Ankira song that I have that thing on loop all the time, the Koboko Speedsters. It has a ton of songs, but I think that overall Love Live just puts out music that resonates with me more. Bunny VTuber asks, boxers or briefs? Boxer briefs. You get the best of both worlds. You get the long kind of, shorts-like thing from boxers, but you get like the comfort of briefs. It's actually the best of both worlds. Aro asks, what was your first Japanese VTuber besides Kizuna Ai? And what was your first English VTuber? For me, the first Japanese VTuber that I discovered was actually Nekomiya Hinata. Not because I was looking for new VTubers or anything. I knew of Kizuna Ai, I watched them for content, but I'd heard Akane-chan who listens to anything you say. The Sayana song. I'll play a clip of it here. But anyway, I saw in the recommended videos kind of this thumbnail of this cute cat girl drawn in the same art style, with like the same title. And I was like, huh, I wonder what that's all about. So I clicked on the video and I see Nekomiya Hinata doing a cover of the, Akane-chan who listens to anything you say, and then just launching into this fantastic game of PUBG where she just dominates everyone. I'm a big fan of gaming content, I'm a big fan of gaming YouTubers, and so that just sold me immediately. I subscribed to her and I've been watching all of her content ever since. When my friend Alex, Bugatti Beefcake, actually introduced me to Mira Pink, who's been a humongous influence on me and a huge supporter of, my whole VTuber journey, but he linked me some of her videos, and they were honest to God some of the funniest shit I have ever seen in my life. But her content, her streams, everything was like my introduction to this whole English VTuber community. And since then, I've met a lot more, VTuber Pending, Yui Kai, Natsumi Moe, just a ton of people. Bunny, who asked a couple of questions in this Q&A, and I've seen a huge portion of the community, but I'm sure there's still more that I still haven't even mentioned here. There's so many of them now. And honestly, I'm glad to be a part. Kitsune Kira asks a whole bunch of questions, but just going from the top, we'll go one by one. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Yes. Where else did you put pineapple? Why is Splatoon an esport? Bruh. Do you dab left or right? I dab like this. Who is your anime girlfriend? Well, obviously it's Mira Pink, right? No, I'm kidding. But in terms of like waifus, or that kind of content, I would have to say Senjogahara Hitagi from the Monogatari series and Kunigi Satomo from the Zaragoto series are definitely my top two. I can't just narrow it down to just one of them. And then finally, top 5 music albums from 2019. So 2019's only been going on for a couple months now, and I think that's too short of a time to really have 5 favorite albums from when you haven't heard everything that comes out this year. So instead I'm going to do 2018. So in no particular order, aside from the last one, Come Over When You're Sober Part 2 by Lil Peep. It was a great album from last year. Nano Okari, Flying Best. Definitely another album that kind of shaped my year. Kids See Ghost by Kid Cudi and Kanye West was another big one. Elza by Kanzaki Elza, featuring Riona, or starring Riona, however they want to put it. Was a fantastic album. It's all the original and insert songs from Sword Art Online, Alternative Gun Gale Online, and it's a fantastic album. I do implore you to check it out if you have a chance. And finally, my album of the year, by far, Artificial Selection by Dance Gavin Dance. That album is a goddamn masterpiece. Listen to it, listen to it, listen to it. Burn all of its songs into your memory. It is incredible. What are your top 5 games from 2010 to 2019. Again, in no particular order, I would say Rock Band 3, Skate 3, similar vein. Doom 2016 was just a very fantastic, very fun experience. Persona 5, which is actually the very first, and to this day, only JRPG that I have ever completed. And obviously, Overwatch. Spooky Julian asks, what does it take to be a true gamer like yourself? A lot of energy drinks. Regu asks, Mira, Moe, or Yuikai? And let me just preface this by saying, I hate you, Regu, for making me answer this question. Because I support all three of those VTubers. I love Mira, I love Moe, I love Yuikai. But when it comes down to it, Mira has been so incredibly helpful with, getting me to even try out VTubing in the first place. So I think it's only fair for me to say that of those three, Mira is my favorite. But obviously, I've been a fan of Moe since I've seen her videos. I still support Yuikai a lot, and I would love to collab with any of them all day. I think Moe might be too big for me. But hey, maybe one day in the future I'll get to collab with all of them. I hope so. Max level weeb or normie weeb? I would have to say somewhere in between. I'm obviously not going to go out and buy like a Dakimakura or something at any point. Like I don't fuck with the body build thing. But I have a figurine shelf, and I really enjoy collecting them, so, mid-level weeb. When are you going to become 3D? Bruh. Kayla Miskus asks, Yuri or Yaoi? Yuri. Jerry asks, top anime of the decade? This is a little awkward for me because I only really started watching anime like 2.5 years ago or so, when I was a sophomore in college. But if I'm being honest, I have a few favorites that I'll probably go a little in depth into. First and foremost, my favorite series of all time, Bakemonogatari. This is what started the Monogatari series, and it is a masterpiece. I think if there's any anime from the last decade that you need to watch, Monogatari is it. Beyond Monogatari, there's a few other series. Nishio Ishin's Katanagatari is another one that sticks out to me. Beautifully animated, incredible story, 12 episodes, each an hour long. Just an incredible series all the way through. Another one, kind of in a different vein, Sakura-so no Pet no Kanojo. Wow, I butchered that fucking pronunciation. Sakura-so no Pet no... I'm not going to cut any of these. Sakura-so no Pet na Kanojo, or The Pet Girl of Sakura-so, is a really cute romance show, as long as you pretend that all the light novels that happened after the anime adaptation don't exist. I was a big fan of Kill la Kill when I saw that for the first time, and it kind of sold me on Studio Trigger's just kind of incredible action-packed style of animation. If you didn't know this about me, I'm a big Idol fan, so Love Live, the original series, and Love Live Sunshine have both been huge for me. I was actually going to go check out Numazu when I was in Japan studying abroad, but I never actually got a chance to. It's kind of my one regret. I kind of want to go back there before the series ends. I'm not typically a big fan of shonen, but Haikyuu is a show that kind of resonated with me a lot. I play volleyball myself, and just seeing that show and how beautifully animated it is and how much it captured a game that I love was just an incredible feeling from start to finish. And also all the characters are fantastic. Nishinoya is my boy. A list like this wouldn't be complete without the two big anime blockbusters that kind of came out when I was really getting into things. Kimi no Nawa, or Your Name, and Koi no Katachi, A Silent Voice, both of which are fantastic films. One of them is by Kyoto Animation, Koi no Katachi, and it exudes that beautiful, kind of comfy style that they're really known for at this point. And Your Name, Makoto Shinkai just knocks it out of the park with this movie. If you watch anything from this list, other than Bakemonogatari, if you only have time for, one film, just one sitting, either of these are fantastic choice. And finally, a recent one, because I've been keeping up with seasonals, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, or Seishun Buddha Yoro, as it's known in Japan, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's by the same author as Pet Girl of Sakura-so, and honest to God, it is a ride from start to finish. It is an emotional roller coaster, and it is so well written. The characters, the dialogue, everything is just fantastic. One of the best shows I've seen that came out since I really started watching anime. What is your favorite meme?
Hit or miss, I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend, I bet does he kiss ya? He gon' find another girl and he won't miss ya.
Rin asks, What's your favorite Vocaloid song? I'm a humongous fan of Omui, so I would have to say Snowdrive 0123. It's probably one of my favorite songs of all time, Vocaloid or not. Omui's original version and Araki's cover version are just ingrained in my mind. They're some of the few songs that I know all the lyrics to in a foreign language, so God, just listen to them. Stan Omui, Stan Omui, Stan Araki. Worst vegetable? I actually enjoy pretty much every vegetable. The only one that I would say that I kind of like have a love-hate relationship with is eggplant, because it's so easy to mess eggplant up. What was your favorite game growing up? The greatest game of all time, the greatest game that has ever been made and that will ever be made, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. You can't beat it. It's just, that's the pinnacle. Video games are dead. I don't know why we keep making them. Finally, Bunny asks, where do you see the English VTuber community headed? What direction would you like to see it go, and what do you think could help it along that route? So, in my eyes, VTubing is kind of a very much Japanese form of entertainment. The whole idea of putting yourself inside this, animated character and, coming up with storylines and acting as them and kind of staying all kayfabe is kind of a mixture of, like, anime entertainment as we know it and kind of like pro wrestling, just having these kayfabe style stories where everyone stays in character all the time. So I think right now, the English VTuber community is kind of in a very formative state. We've only seen a handful of really big VTubers, namely Natsumi Moe and Join Juno, both of whom have grown very quickly in the past few years. But I think that right now, the main goal of English VTubers should be to build and foster a community amongst ourselves and try to tap into that market that already likes, anime, games from Japan, manga, things like that. See how we can interact with the English-speaking fan base that's already big into those things. And then maybe once we've gotten a large English-speaking fan base, kind of start expanding into Japanese-speaking fan bases. I think it would also help us if we kind of collaborated with VTuber communities from other languages. I know there are VTubers who speak Thai, French, Chinese, all sorts of different languages. And if we could find a way to bridge the gap between all of these and collaborate amongst all of ourselves, I think we can really show other people that there is a huge community for this, even outside of Japan and even in America. VTubers are big. We're here to stay. Support us. So anyway, guys, that wraps it up for my Q&A video here. Thank you guys for all of your wonderful questions. If you have any more, please send them to me on Twitter, post them in the comments here. If I get enough, we'll end up with another Q&A video. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.